Hi, I'm Crystal. Welcome back to the Kitchen Whimsy Fabric Flower tutorial. Today we are doing part 4, which is the final part of this tutorial, where we are going from a ruffled strip to a fully glued flower. Today for our project you're going to need your strip that you ruffled up last time, as well as some pieces of felt that you will cut into a circle, a pin back, or you could also do a headband or a clip or something that you're going to glue your flower onto, and a gem to put in the center. You can also put a button in the middle if you'd like, but we like the look of the gem the best. You're also going to need your glue gun. Get it plugged in, get it nice and hot, and that will be it. So first things first, we are going to cut out one of our circles. I really like to use pinking shears because it gives a good look around the edge, but you could also just use straight scissors. It doesn't really matter that much. I usually just cut it, I eyeball it the best I can into a square. I'll set that aside. And then again, I just eyeball it into a circle and give it some cuts and make it look as circular as possible. And that's it. Okay, and I've got my pin back and my gem, and my glue is nice and hot. So we're going to take this strip, and it looks like I have some strings that I need to cut off here. So let me give those a quick snip. And these on this side too. So I want to make sure I'm stringless. Sometimes when you ruffle your fabric, you'll get a lot of fraying on the ends. And if that's the case, I like to gather up all the frayed pieces. So I'll kind of straighten it up like this and gather up all those frays and then clip them off so that it's nice to work with. This fabric didn't do that, so we got lucky. Okay, so I'm going to take one end of my fabric and I'm going to just kind of wrap it around one of my fingers. So this will become the middle of my flower, and I just want to get it glued so that it becomes a circle. So I'm going to take my glue on my strip and just kind of dab it along that raw edge there, right underneath where the string is, and then I'm going to circle it around my finger until I've touched all of the glue. And then I squeeze it all together, and sometimes I'll just kind of dab on top once the glue is not as hot so I don't burn myself, and then push down in the middle. Okay, so here is the trick for doing these flowers. You don't want to keep it all up like this and glue it. Eventually what will happen here is you'll end up with this big knob, and your flower will be really close together. It won't be like bloomed out. To make it bloomed out, the goal is to eventually get the back to be flat. So I'm going to put my glue not on the edge up here like I did at the beginning. Instead, I'm going to put it right here on the actual, like, I guess you could call that a petal of the flower. So it's going to end up becoming flat like that instead, which will result in a bloomed flower. So let me go ahead and show you how to do it. So I'm going to stick my glue down on the petal part, and I just work in sections so that I don't burn myself, which is something that you'll learn over time. I've had many a glue gun blister over the years. So I'm going to keep going, gluing here, and then I'm placing it down. So I'm placing it down and I'm pointing the raw edges into the middle so that it becomes flat. And as I'm laying it down, I'm also pressing it with my thumb so that it sticks really nicely and glues down. Okay, keep going. you don't really have to worry too much about stray glue pieces getting anywhere. If you do, you can just pull them out later. And then no one will even know. All right, we're almost there. You can see that as I lay down more and more of the strip, how the circle in the middle gets bigger and bigger. That's a good thing. It's sometimes it almost becomes inverted, where the bottom part starts to lift up more. And that's also not a bad thing, because when we put the base on it, it'll flatten it right out. Okay, and then this is going to be the very end. So sometimes I put a little bit too much glue, so I just kind of let it sit there for a second, and then I'm going to swipe it with my finger once I know it's not too hot. Okay, and roll it right off. Okay, so there is that part. So next what I'm going to do is glue on the bottom. This one's easy. Just go around the circle, and then I usually like to put a little bit in the middle so it sticks really well there too. And then I'm just going to cover up all of the raw part. Press it down, and then I turn it upside down and push down on it from the top. And then I can kind of fluff my petals all up. Okay, and then you'll see I've got the middle there where you can still kind of see some of the strings. And so that's why we put our gem in. You don't have to put a gem in, but it really does make it look really finished. So I put a dab of glue in there. I'm going to insert this little gem into the middle and push it down with my thumb. Again, if a little glue escapes, that is okay. You can fix it later. Okay, so there you can see my gem is inside of the flower. Last thing you need to do is attach it to whatever you're going to attach it to. For us, we pin these flowers on all of our chef's hats. Well, at least all of our signature ones. We have a different flower that we do for our birthday aprons. So for that, I'm just going to glue on my pin back. And I usually put it up a little bit higher so it's not right in the middle. That will help it so that it doesn't poke out like crazy from wherever you pin it. It'll just kind of lay flat and look super nice. If I was going to do it on a headband, I would glue it right in the middle. And I might actually cut out a second piece of felt so that you would glue down the headband and then glue down a second piece of felt on it just so that it holds it really nicely. But that's totally up to you. So there we go. That is our fabric flower. I think it looks really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'd love to see what you make and what you do with them. I know we've got Beauty and the Beast coming out soon, so I think I'm going to show you how to take one of these and make it into a Beauty and the Beast flower, maybe a suspended flower under a vase. So look for that in the coming weeks. I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye!